Welcome to Yeshiva Daf. Today we're holding in Chulin Daf Tzadik, and we're starting in Amud Aleph, a few lines down in Amud Aleph. Omar Abchir Bar Yosef. Abchir Bar Yosef is, if you want to be exact, it's about 12 lines at the top, in the middle of the line. Tzadik Amud Aleph.
Tzadik?
Yeah. Omar Abchir Bar Yosef. We said the Kochim still has the issue of Gidanosha. It says, only Kochim that you eat. Kochim that you don't eat, like carbon oil, so there's no Gidanosha over there. Right? Doesn't matter if it's eaten or not, you still have Isur Gid. More brings out a few explanations. So the pshat number one is Malchus you get for every Gidanoshe. You can eat it, you can't eat it. Somebody gets Gidanoshe, gets Malchus. It's awesome. But Loisoi, which means can I bring it on the Mizbeach? Can I put it on the Mizbeach? So you could give it on the Mizbeach. There's no problem with Achilas Mizbeach to put the Gidanoshe on the Mizbeach. That's explanation number one. Ikadamir, some say, Omar Papa will play Kan Lechalsoi, Kan La Loisoi. What the pshat is that it really is Lechalsoi La Loisoi is if it was removed. Chalitza means that the piece was cut off from the animal. So then you don't bring it back off. You brought it back up on the Mizbeach or very Yisur. But if it's still connected, then you do bring it up. That's called Chalitza Lalosik. I said the same thing is the opposite. Meaning Chalitza, you don't have to remove it. Lalosik, it's on his own. Says the Gemara. Look the Gemara. So Rashi says really it's two Gyosos. Either because before we said there's no machlokes. They're not arguing. So well, no, they are arguing. They're arguing according to the first Gyosos. La loisei. Can you put them in his back? Or according to the second Gyosos, lechalsei. Do I have to if it's removed? Can I put it on or not? In other words, is it a mitzvah to remove it or not? The time. The Iktir HaKoyen is a Koyen LaMizbeach. You put on Mizbeach everything. Le'rabois had somois bones, v'agidim sinews, v'akarnaim horns, v'atlafayim hooves. Yechol for the Pirshu. What happens if they're disconnected from the body? Tomodei v'asiso l'secha al-bosor v'adom. You do meet the blood. Ibosor v'adom only yechol yachloitz gidim v'atzomois. Could be you have to remove the gidim v'atzomois v'yal le'bosor gal Mizbeach. Everything. Haketzot. Mechuborim yalu. Pirushu for the relationship Mizbeach yirdu. If they're connected, you bring on the Mizbeach. If they are removed, so then you have to put it, even if they're at the top of Mizbeach, you put it down. Says the Gemara, Umantano the Shamis Slay, Tomar Pirushu yirdu. Who's the one that says that if they are in other words, Rashi says, this mandama says that if it was removed, take it down. Who's this mandama? It's Shitas Rebbe, the Tanya. It says in the Brayso. The bones, the sinews, the horns, and the hooves. Even if they were removed. I mean, even they're removed, you still put on his back. And what it says, you have to put only meat and blood. Poikim means that they jumped out of the fire. You put in the fire and they jumped out. So everyone didn't check the animal. This one holds. Even though the bones are separated, you still have to go and put it in his back. But if you put it in his back and they fell out, then you don't put it back. If the fire singed or burned the meat and it fell off, you have to put it back on. But the bones and the sinews, the fire did it, you don't have to put it back on. But originally you do have to put it back on. Rabbi Aimer says, no. Kosev chadoimer victoria koin is a coil. Ribo. You have to put everything. Kosev chadoimer vasiso asecha above sobadon. Only meat and blood. Meat. Haketza mechuborim yalu. If it's connected, you put it on the mizbeach. Pirshu afil boish mizbeach yerdu. So that's what he holds. Rabbi's coming to tell us that even if it's disconnected, even you already put it on the mizbeach, you didn't put it on the fire yet, you have to take it off. Not like Rabbanan that say no, you put it on the fire. If it's connected, I don't need a pasuk for that. What about it says you have to put the head of the oil. You have to put the whole oil together, the whole animal. What about the bones? Elamah, the Torah says to put everything, you put everything. So according to, we have two psukim. One pasuk says if it's connected, one pasuk says you put everything on. The other pasuk says you have to remove it. So Rabbanan say you put it on, you try to put it on. It was on the fire and fell off, you don't have to put it back. Rabbi says no. If they're connected, you put it on. If they're not connected, you don't put it on. So Rabbanan, if it's connected, of course you put it on. Put on the animal. What's the chiddush? The whole animal you put on. Says the Gemara, Rabbi Mechubarim de Teiros, Rabbi, oh, I told you, right. If it's connected, it's motor, that's like a base, lo yitzach kol rebui. Ki yitzach kol legid anashe b'mechubar. That's where we get back to our sugyo. Says Rabbi, you're right. If it's connected, there's no chiddush. But there is the chiddush b'gid anashe, because gid anashe is aser. So I would think you don't put it on these bech. Of course I know gid anashe, I already know gid anashe. There has to be something which is edible. Gid anashe is not. So al koich, you're not talking about Isser. The Rebbe says, 1 second. Can you eat fat? Can you eat blood? Do you put it on the mizbeach? So get the Rosh, the same thing. It says more very different. That's the mitzvah. The mitzvah is to put chayil v'dam, that you do the mitzvah. So therefore I can't learn from here to get the Rosh. The Rosh is not a mitzvah. So it goes like this. According to Rebbe, the Torah is telling you that if it's connected, you have to put it on the mizbeach. Why? Because Gidanoshe. All the other parts of the animal, I know, I took the whole oil, I put it on the mizbeach. Clearly. With bones, with sinews, with horns, I put everything when it's connected. That is no chiddush. But the chiddush says, Rabbi, that the Torah is to tell you the mechub you put on is Gidanoshe. I have to put Gidanoshe on the mizbeach. The what? When it's connected. So the Torah says if it's not connected, you don't put anything. Come up and say, no. You don't know you don't put it in the back, ever. So connect that on your puzzle. So what's it supposed to tell you? Even if it's disconnected, you put it in his back. So when you don't put it in his back, it fell from the fire. That's what we're going to learn. Okay, says the Gemara. Says so that's the Gemara says. Who's the mandorman that says? That's what the Gemara said before. The Lashon was the Rebbe Gidanoshi Mutar. Oh, sorry. According to Rebbe, you can put Gidanoshi on his back. According to Rabbanan, I can't see Shirley's beautiful face. So he says, okay. Now, this is interesting, just to point out, I spoke about it when he brought the sugya in Maseches. The sugya is Maseches Zvachim. That fascinating discussion in it says that the carbon that was used for the Akedah Yitzchak, the ayil, the ram, so they're going to use parts of his bodies. His sinews, they use it for the kiner of David HaMelech, the horns, one of them was used for Har Sinai, and the other one is used for Mashiach. So I think it was short bringing the question, what do you mean? It was a carbon ayil. Carbon ayil to put everything on his back. So one simple answer, it was not mechubar, not connected. And then he's going to go like Rabbanon, like Rebbe. Because according to like Rebbe, not like Rabbanon, because according to Rabbanon, it's not mechubar to put in his back. Those are other answers. The Maharal goes to the Mahalach that was, it's a whole maze. It's not an actual, you think the actual horn remained for 2,000 years and they used it? It's not the horn itself, it's a conceptual idea. Okay. Says the Gemara, Omar Avuno, Gida Noshe Shel Oilo, if you have the Noshe of Korban Oilo, you can't eat. Chol Soil Tapuach. You have to take it out and put it on the Tapuach. Tapuach is where you put all the ashes in the middle of Mizbech. That's what it is. In other words, you don't burn it, you put it in the Tapuach. Omar Chizdo, Moridichi. Moridichi is like the Baal Shmur, Rashi says. In the stood the pshas like this. Michtiva ken lo yichol mizbeach, al ken lo yoichlu bnei Yisrael. So you may lay. There's no instrument in the mizbeach there. Why should you take it out of the mizbeach? For Avuno that says no, he holds. He says that you have to put it on the tapuach and not on the mizbeach. Imash kisor me'amutu Yisrael. So the machlokes is this considered to be something you can put on the mizbeach or not? But he said, what was the question? Ki the noshe shel shlamim. Ki the noshe of the shlamim that you can eat. So what do you do with it? You take the animal, you eat it, and the piece that you can't eat, you throw it to where? Mechabdoi le'omo. You put it into the drain of Beis Hamikdash. So Rashi asks shlamim, why are you eating Beis Hamikdash? You eat outside Beis Hamikdash. So that's how he changes the gears. Instead of shlamim, he says Oshom mechatos. Okay, you're eating the meat in Beis Hamikdash. What do you do with the Gidenoshet? Put it into the drain. You bring it up. Rayo, that it's good to this beach. You bring it up and you cut it off and put it into the afer. So why bring it up? To cut it below and have go to his back with a piece of meat which is half cut, not appropriate. So that's why I cut it on top of his back and then throw it to the afer. Tanika the Seder Avuno that says you have to put it in the afer. Clearly put it in tapuach and not on the fire of the mizbech. Something what not also tapuach hayab emtza mizbech. Tapuach is where the ashes are. It's in the middle of mizbech. Sometimes there was so much ashes over here, the weight of 300 kor. I'm a Rabbi Guzma. So what was it, 300 kor? Exaggeration, just to, say there was a lot of gold, a lot of ashes. Heshku es atomi because of another Mishnah. It says that they let the korban atomi drink water, with which cup? The cup was made out of gold. I'm a Rabbi Guzma. You don't give an animal to drink with gold. It's a Guzma down. There wasn't really gold. Sometimes the Torah said words, and it's a little bit exaggeration, like a little, it doesn't actually mean these words. So the Nevi'im sometimes said words that didn't actually mean it totally. Same with 300 kor, not really 300. Gold, not really gold. It says by miraglim, we saw the cities that touching heaven. Not touching heaven. Very large, very big. But you want to exaggerate a little bit. It says they ran, and it felt like the land was shaking. The land cracked in front of them. It didn't really crack, but it felt like it was cracking. Right? Says the Gemara. There's 3 places where Chachamim spoke with a guzma, exaggeration. What is that? Eilueh, Tapuach, Gefen, Uporiches. What is that? Tapuach Adam Moron, do we have 300 Koranim to pick up the ashes? Gefen Dinan, Gefen Shilzov, Oisoy Medes, Pilishalechol. There was a vine made out of gold sitting in the entrance of Beis Hamikdash. Umudle, people gave donations of this gold. Umudle debei Chulin sois, so on top of these sticks. Komisha misnadev gargi or Yechezkel, anybody want to give a little piece of gold? Maybe the toilet puts on it. Something once it was, the meanwhile they had to remove it. You know that Shlosh was Koranim lefanoiso. There was 300 Koranim and needed to go and schlep this gold. Not 300, that's too much exaggeration. Paroiches the dan Shim Galil Oimim Mishum Shimon Asgan Paroiches of your tefach. The paroiches is the thickness of tefach. Val Shivim Bishnaim Nirim Neregis. It was made out of 72 Nirim. Nirim is the, how do they translate in art school? What? Nirim?
The woman of 72 had those shots.
It's like it's a 72 like the near is the every time that you put the you weave it together, you have like a stick that puts it together at 72. They changed it to nimin. It was different 72 threads. So you have 24 strings per thread. Per thread. So that's what they did it. Rashi brings how they know it's 24. They knew it had to be 24. So Rashi says that near is litzish. Okay. There's 24 threads. Arko arboim amo. Arboim b'amo. Verochbo esrim b'amo. It's 40 by 20. It's made out of 882 10,000, which means 820,000. Okay. And he says, some say it's revoiced. You think about the girls that are dealing with it. 2 different years. Every year they did 2. To put in the mikveh, you need 300 Kohanim. Guzma, he didn't need 300 Kohanim. But there was a cheshbon, a beautiful cheshbon. Let me see if I can chop it right away. The Vilna Goyen says it's a guzma, but it's not just a made-up number. The number actually makes sense. Why? What is the size of the pareches? We said, let's see if I can go through it. It's 40 by 20. Right? So 40 by 20. So what's the length? 40 by 20. I mean, the circumference is called. 40 plus 20 plus 40 plus 20 is 120. 120. And then every person, he does a cheshbon that I don't remember. Okay, we'll have to go back to it. He does a cheshbon. Why it's 300 Kohanim? Because you have 120 amo, so it goes to be exactly 300 Kohanim standing in each one. So I don't remember now why the Seder, but that's it. Because the cheshbon. But anyway, the boy said you didn't really need the 300 to put in the mikvah. It was exaggeration. To Shane point out, he's arguing. We said before they gave the Talmid a drink from with a golden cup. That he disagrees because he doesn't put that as one of the lists. So they really actually did because it's ain't years become a shoes. But the number 300 is exaggeration in this world. Tzaddik HaKohen has a beautiful idea that 300 belongs to this world. It's exaggeration of this world. Like the max number in this world is 300. In the Olam Haba, the max number is 400. It says shin and tough, as it goes to say. And that's why it says they have the schar that's thinking Mosidova is Shire Lamis. It's a 300, which is this world, plus you go a little bit into the next world. You get the Shai. It's going into the 400. They have a whole cheshbon about that. Okay. Let's go a few more lines into the Gemara and into the next sukkah. So Gemara must be seen. And so our Mishnah said, that you have Gidanosh in both thighs. Right and left. So Gemara must be seen, it's only noig in one of them. Vadas machras es shelimin. You just said it's one, not right and left. It's only the right. Is a pashutim is the right? He says that das when the Torah gives you indication that it's the right thigh. He's not sure. My das noito. Meaning it makes sense that it is the right. So he says. We'll see. Yeah, it says the Gemara. Rashi brings. Why is that noito that makes it the right? Because how do we get to Gidan Hashem? Because Yaakov Avinu had a fight with the Malach of Esau and he hit him. So he says, when the Malach of Esau, he hits, the way a person hits, you use the right hand, you go and you give like a smack, like a hug, when you do a fighting with another person, so you reach the right side of the other person. So the Malach of Esau hit the right thigh, hit the thigh, he hit the right. That's it. That's what Rashi says. So says the Gemara, Toshva, Hatzomois, the bones, Vagidin, the sinews, Vanoisor. When it's left over for the next day, you serve for Lishishos. That's what it says the Gabi Pesach. So you eat the Korban Pesach on Friday night, on Leil Tezvav. You can't burn the noiser on Yom Tov. You have to wait for the next day. So there's three things you have to burn: noiser, whatever's left over, and in addition, bones and sinews. Now, bones, we understand. What's the bones? It says etzim loisish boy. You're not allowed to break the bone in Pesach, but in the bone there's marrow. So what do? You're not gonna be able to eat it. You have to burn it. Okay. What about sinews? Says the Gemara, what's the sinews? They're just like regular, called the joints of the meat. Nichlin, eat it. You can eat it. So if it was left over, we already said noiser. What's special about the sinews? Talk about the sinews of the neck. If it's not really meat, throw them away. Because it's very hard. So what's the idea? Says the Gemara. According to Abuda, they have only one. So Gidanoshe, one of them you can eat. The other one you can't. But according to the Gemara, they won't bring a right. So Bishwa Abuda is going to tell you, I don't know which one you can eat. I'm not sure. Which one should I eat? I don't know. So therefore, I can't eat neither, and I have to burn them. Right? This is what it says. Bishwa is not sure what to eat. Shafir. I understand what Abuda is saying, you have to burn it. So the Isur you just throw away. It's not oichel. You don't have to burn it. Just throw it away. And the one you could eat it. So why you say you should burn it? And if you could eat it and you left it over, so it's nice. He knows that it is what it is. Which one is it? It's the right. I'll tell you what happened. The guy cut off the two gidanoshes, right and left. The right is also, the left is mutter. But what happened? They got mixed up. He doesn't know which one was which. So the right, you're not supposed to eat. The left, you should eat. I can't eat neither, so I have to burn them. And on the shishos. Shamno is the fat that's connected to the gidanosha. You're allowed to eat the fat. You're allowed to eat the fat. But now we saw it's connected to gidanosha, it's also. So therefore you don't eat it, but you can't eat another Pesach, you have to burn it. There's two sinews. Pnimi, Somuch Le'etzem, the inner one closer to the bone, Asu B'chibim Olov. Chitzot, so the one that's more external, Asu B'chibim Olov. Right? So, I'll tell you, that's what it is. Nikar Din, that's what he's learning over here. There's two in the right thigh, according to Abuda. One sinew is Isur Doraisa, and the other one it's also, but you're not having it. Right? Rashi says, so it's only the Rabbanim. So therefore I have to burn it. So that's why we say leave it for the Zayim Benisa and you burn it. So the Gemara brought here basically three attempts. One is to come and tell you that you see the Abuda is a suffix. He's not sure which one is which. Second thing is that they got mixed up. I don't know which one is which. Third thing is they talk about the fat. The Nogez. And the fourth thing we talk about the external sinew. So we'll stop over here. Have a